Hey, what are you working on?
Hey, cheer up, Bipolar Towel. Everything's good.
Oh, come on.
In the neighborhood.
Really? You think?
Hi guys, welcome to Thugging It Out with Borkin. I'm here to show you guys how to do some cool dance moves with your awesome animals. They actually like to be danced with, believe it or not. And I'm gonna show you some of their favorite moves. I like to start off, come here buddy, where you going? You gotta get ready for the show. I like to start off with what I call the heel toe. I'll demonstrate. It goes like this. The heel toe, the heel toe. Now I know if you're pigmentally challenged, like my friend here, you might have a hard time doing that one. Samuel, why don't you give it a try, buddy? Guys, back over here with your true thugging it out friend, Ryan B. Next one, I know you're getting excited. They really like this move. It's called the crip walk. Let me show you how we do this. You ready? And pull one, and two, and two. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how you do it. You ready? You gotta get a little swagger. Ready? Whoa! Oh! It only, it especially helps if you have your pants extra low like this. If you're boxer briefs or boxers, no tighty whities allowed when thugging it out. If they're not showing, you can't do the dance move right. Michael's got a little bit darker pigment to him. He should have no problem with this move. Go ahead, buddy.
What are we doing?
Crip walk,
oh.
You know.
Oh yes, the crip walk. I know the crip walk.
Oh wait, you gotta remember to bring your reptile friends.
My little beady friend. Ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. And oh, I forgot. There we go. Now we're on point, dog.
Good job, dog. Fist bump.
All right.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Thugging It Out with your pal Borkin and his bearded. Stay tuned next week when we do the A-Town Stomp. That's right, the A-Town Stomp.
World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your online YouTube weekly reptile show for reptile enthusiasts like Kiki. That's why she's here. This week we look at reptile shows, Repticon in West Palm Beach. When I was their age, I loved reptiles, but I was weird back then. Not that I'm any less weird now, but I was weird on a larger stage because nobody could understand what did I say? My kids listen to me so well. When I was growing up, it was hard to find any reptiles in any pet stores. And we used to take buses for hours to just find one store that had a half a dozen snakes or lizards in it. It was the blossoming, the very blooming of the reptile industry. And as I grew and fell in love with snakes and made the conscientious effort to go into the reptile industry, despite the fact that there was no money in it, I did it for the love of the animals, because I wanted to do something with my life that I truly loved. The most amazing thing happened. Everybody started liking reptiles. Nowadays, any kid that's breeding a pair of leopard geckos could go to a show and sell them and make a couple of bucks. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. I don't think that it's, I think that competition is great. I love when other guys are breeding tegus and other guys are breeding blue tongues. I love to see lots of people at shows. I don't care if people import more of them. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. Enjoy the show, and if you are a young kid thinking about getting into this business, this show is for you.
Hello guys, this is Beautiful Sam here at 20 Minutes Underground with the question of the week. This week's question of the week is, what mammal can have up to 4 babies, but every single one of them will be the same exact sex? Is it A, Tasmanian devil? Is it B, a fox? Is it C, a moose? Or is it D, an armadillo?
What's up guys, Ryan B here. Busy, as you can see, at Repticon West Palm Beach. Very important, guys. If you're wanting to get into the hobby, if you're wanting to start off doing shows, always a great place to start. Shows are a good area to kind of feel out whether you've got an animal or product that's going to sell to the public. Okay, so if you're looking to start off on a smaller scale, less investment, you know, some shows I know you can have tables as cheap as, you know, $25, $50. And if you're a new breeder, it's very easy to start off with just one table. The key to doing that successfully, setup. You want a nice sign, great sign right there. It should be stretched out a little bit more, mind you, but nice nonetheless. You want nice, clean looking displays. You want to make sure, take a look at what Jorge's doing here. Going through, even something as small as just making sure your displays are wiped off. They look nice. You want labeling, not covering the animal, but something that people could see. You want the animal to be highlighted. Looking to save space, deli cups, okay? Especially the nice clear deli cups like we got our tiger salamanders in. Fantastic, it highlights the animal. You can see it, it's easy to hand off to the customer as soon as they buy it. Boom, they've got something to take home. As silly as it looks, you definitely want somebody with nice, neat handwriting. I don't do these because I have horrible handwriting, okay? But we have a girl here, she's done all of our little signs. It pops, it's something that looks cool, and at the end of the day, hopefully, it sells well. Make sure your animal displays are clean, water dishes clean. That could be a headache sometimes, guys, especially when you're at a show for 2-3 days at a time, and the animal's gonna go in there, might go to the bathroom, might kick some of his substrate in there. Be mindful of it, watch it, make sure that, again, your animals look nice. You want to set up your displays. If you note here, we don't have a lot of material inside the cages. The animals can still be viewed, but at the same time, it's a display that looks nice. A lot of times I'll even have customers that'll come up to us and say, hey, I want that animal, but I also want the display that you got it in. That's great. So as you guys can see here, people hard at work. They've got their setups going. Crisp, clean, simplistic, nice displays. All right, remember that if you want to be successful doing these shows. Ryan B here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the segment. guys, Ryan B here with our friends from Racks and More. And talk to you a little bit about how they got started into, or how they got their start in the hobby here.
Yeah, it basically started with one gecko from Vicky over at Big Fat Gecko Lady, and
not underground reptiles. You
not
totally.
underground reptiles. Well, that was the first one, and I bought probably 100 from you.
Yeah.
So it went from 1 to over probably 150 in 2 years, 2.5 years. So
nice. So you guys are
quick.
doing cresteds,
chihuahuas, lychees, starting to get into beardeds, a little bit of colubrids.
Nice.
Trying the ball python. We'll see what happens.
Now, the cool thing is that these guys are getting their start in the hobby here, and they came out. They did their this is your first show, right?
First show, yeah.
They did everything right. This is great. They've got a basic table set up. They've got their cards all over the table, which is perfect. Great design. They spent some, spent some time on the design here. Great sign, as you can see there. Okay, and that's what you want to do. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars, millions of dollars advertising. You can start off small. You could do it, part-time, and you can produce some really neat stuff and make a little bit of extra money doing it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed Racks and More. Our friends Lucas and Nicole. I hope you guys are okay with me saying your name online, because now everybody knows it. So, good job, man.
Thank you.
All right.
The answer, even though most of y'all probably picked A, is actually D, the armadillo. They can have up to 4 babies, and every single one of them will be the same sex.
Following the how-to theme, how to do reptiles for a living, how to create a life for yourself. Now, again, like I said in the opening, it's so easy because you have the ability now to go to a show and just bring your stuff there. When I first opened up my store, there's city ordinances and permits and Fish and Wildlife and USDA and the city and the semi. You can do so many different things, but to get into the reptile industry on a wholesale level, to start doing something to make a living, you have to be extremely attentive to the details. The worst mistake you could ever make in business is going in under-financed. So if you're going to start, say, breeding bearded dragons, it makes sense that you want to have not just 1.1. Now for you guys that are new to reptile lingo, 1.1 meaning the first number is the male, the second number is the female. So if somebody says you want 2.1, they're saying do you want 2 males and a female? You're saying do you need 3.5? You're saying 3 males, 5 females. Obviously you guys got that. When you're wanting to do wholesale, keeping your overhead down to a minimal is extremely important. That's why people often send us comments. How do you guys keep your animals outside? Why do you keep your animals outside? Is it dangerous for the animal? Blah, blah, blah. Have to understand something. If I was going to open up a reptile warehouse down here in Florida, let's say I went out and rented a 3,000 square foot building. The first thing I have to worry about is electricity. It's going to cost a lot of money to heat and to cool all those reptiles. That immediately eats into the bottom line. So now let's say I rent that warehouse and say it costs me $500 a month. To heat a warehouse that size and to cool it, that's going to cost me at least $300 to $500 in electricity. Let's say the bottom is $300. If you add an alarm system, if you add water, if you add your time that it costs, now in order for you to come out of this thing making a profit, then you better have a lot of animals stuffed into that little warehouse. That's one of the reasons I do it outside. That removes the need for me to have lighting. Now, yeah, it's a little harder on the animals, for sure it is. But we are very tentative. We soak our animals down when it's too hot. We put heat pads in them when it's too cold. We're extremely careful with things like that. But let's say you're starting on a smaller scale. If you're breeding snakes, it's always good to have multiple females, because one male can breed with theoretically 2 and 3. Did I say female? One male can breed with theoretically 2 or 3 females. That always increases your output. Plus, say right now I have possibly 100 female tegus. Then if 50 of them lay eggs, it's a lot. Now, if you have 1.1 males and if you have 1.1 snakes and you're hoping to make some money this year, and for whatever reason that female decides to skip a year, well, you just lost your input, your income for the year. So there's a lot of little details to consider. My suggestion to you all, especially you 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that are watching, and you think, we always get those comments of, man, I wish I had your life, man, your son is so lucky, and you're right. The first thing to do is to remember to have a thankful heart. We live in the most blessed country in the world, and for us to be able to make a living doing what we absolutely love to do is most important. So to have a thankful heart is the most important, and to absolutely love the animals that you work with. Now, I don't breed tegus because they're easy to breed outside. I breed them because I love them. I love every color of them. I look forward to the future. Me and Austin have set up the next 7 to 10 years of projects. Hopefully, guys, we were talking about just this today. We have our little planning meetings and we set our short-term and long-term goals. I'm hoping to have within the next 7 to 10 years albino black and white tegus that we tentatively are calling ice tegus, because they're we theorize what they're going to look like in our minds. Pick an animal that you really love. Do some research. Enjoy. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Always plan for the future. Here at Underground Reptiles, we take a percentage of everything we produce for the following years. Because so many times we also see it happen where people want to go into the reptile breeding business, and they get into that breeding industry, and the first 3 years they do great, and after year 4 and 5, all of a sudden they have nothing. That's why you see all these tegu guys going out of business every year. It's not that they're bad business people. It's not that they don't take care of their animals. Animals don't breed every year, and unless you plan for future years, it's never gonna happen. That's why after almost 20 years, Underground Reptiles is having our best years ever, because I've been planning for the future for years and years and years. If you look at some of the best breeders in the business, the Bells, and you guys know who you guys are, you guys know who they are. That's because they're planning every year for the years to come. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, we're always here, because we don't consider anybody competition. God gives us what we have. God can only take it away. No man can. Of course.
What's up there, YouTube losers? Welcome to another episode of Lifestyles of the Moody and Beautiful, starring your pal, Moody freaking beautiful Booty. You guys want free crap? I'm here to supply your demands for free crap. I will give away this week some of that Exoterra food we got next door for iguanas and turtles and tortoises and bearded dragons and ugly Sams. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant beautiful. Actually, no, I didn't. I meant ugly. Anyways, first contest comment winner, a loser by the name of Duncan Kaja. He says, I saw a black Ford F-150 with a black and white Tegu. I assume he meant white. He actually didn't even write and. I'm giving him more credit than he's due. He put a slash. Black/white Tegu. Fantastic. I blame you, YouTube, Facebook, all of you guys. You're responsible for people no longer being able to spell correctly, using punctuation, things of that nature. Most of the people listening probably never even heard the word punctuation before. Anyways, I digress. Says he saw black and white Tegu wrapping from the truck to the hood with an open mouth and a big forked tongue sticking out. It's a good thing there were no words on there because he probably wouldn't have been able to read them. Moving on. Michael Bond says there was a car that had a huge diamondback rattler, head cast into fiberglass. Man, Duncan's obviously rubbing off on me because I can barely read these sentences. Let me start over. There was a car that had a huge diamondback rattler head cast into fiberglass. Must have been 3 feet long. Well, how did you figure out it was 3 feet long? Oh, he writes, the fangs they made were about the size of my forearm. Ha ha, I think he meant 3 inches. It's okay. We'll forgive you, Michael. And it was a Dodge Charger. He thought we might like to know the fact that it was a Dodge Charger with a diamondback rattler on it, with teeny tiny fangs the size of his forearms. I won't go anywhere else with that, no matter how much you guys want me to. It's a family show. Finally, we've got Jay Weiser 1302. He says, best reptile on car was a 55 210 Chevy Gasser. It had twin turbos where the opening, if the turbos was a dragon's nostrils. Even better was when the car revved the flames from the exhaust pipes looked like it was coming from the dragon's mouth. Beast mode. Keep up. Oh my goodness. Did he actually write beast mode? Jay Weiser, let me encourage you to simmer down. Okay? Stop the fist pumping. Stop saying things like beast mode and boss. And probably more of those terms that you learned on that last episode of Jersey Shore. And relax. Alright? Then you won't misspell of and put if instead. Anyways, he says, keep up the keeping up. Love Underground. As you should. But you really love Moody. That's what you meant to write. See what happens when you're getting all crazy with the beast mode? You forget to write what you really feel. And finally, a comment of the week that won't win any prizes but just gets me making fun of him. Congratulations, is the Redneck 641. Oh my gosh, these names get more and more ridiculous. Every time he says, every time I see a Republican and a Democrat sticker, reminds me pretty much of a poisonous reptile bite. Stop! If you're getting upset right now because he wrote poisonous reptile bite, Paul Kyle will put up the episode that you need to watch with Moody's 2 cents. Just relax. Don't write anything about it. Watch the episode and shut up. Is that good enough for free crap? The answer to that question is a resounding no. That was not good enough for free crap. Because that was a stupid comment. I mean, really stupid. Worse than their stupid comments. Their stupid comments earned them free crap. Your stupid comment just probably earned you getting made fun of. Congratulations. Try a little bit harder next time. That's it. I'm done. You've got what you guys wanted. That's seeing me for 5 minutes and some free crap. Now get out of here.
That's 20 Minutes Underground. We thank you for watching.
Ow.
What happened? He did it.
No, you.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show. Last advice for you young guys, because this is who we do the show for. 13, 14, 15-year-olds out there, just getting into the reptiles, still loving these animals, think they're the greatest things in the world, would give anything, would give your left leg to have the snake that you want. Yes, my love.
Dad, can you open this up and I'll give you
After I finish. We're talking to the people. We're talking to people. Dream big dreams. Dream big. Find... You're standing in the way. Find the stuff that you love and continue to love it. When this thing becomes a business for you and you start seeing number signs, you've already lost. Don't ever lose your love, because love always conquers everything. Don't give up on your dreams. This week's question of the week for free crap, and is free crap good? Kiki, say free crap is good. Tell people free crap is good. Free crap is good. This week's question of the week is a simple one. Who's your favorite wholesaler? You've been to the shows? You've seen all the tables that they set up? Who is your favorite breeder / wholesaler? We want to know, because we want to steal your supplier. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We love you guys. Awesome.